Now, here at Ringgit Cents Plus, we would like to encourage university students to get a part-time job or start a small business to supplement their income. But what business can you start with a small capital or no experience at all, especially for these university students? This is Amirul Afi Romli, a young entrepreneur with his own wood and craft printing business, Ukir Design Studio. A few years ago, he started working part-time at a printing press while earning his degree in architecture. This taught him a lot of valuable experiences and inspired him to start his own company. When he did start his own company, it was with a very small capital.
Waktu tu modal dalam 1,000 saja, 500 untuk beli mesin dan 500 lagi untuk beli stok. Dan itu modal sikit dari PTPTN dan sikit dari parents lah.
Afi has since grown his business by buying a laser cutting machine worth 40,000 ringgit, and his business generates 5-figure sales every month. We also sat down to talk with Raymond Gabriel, the executive director of People Systems Consultancy. His company is a social enterprise that trains disabled people to grow their business and income. Raymond says there are many ways young people can start their own business or work part-time.
I started my first business at 21. When you're a student, you struggle, you don't have enough money, So what I did was I tried to go and market services of skills that I could do. I started up as a small advertising company that did copywriting for advertisements, that did translation in the 1990s. And I didn't require any capital to start. I worked from my house. I used a business center to answer calls. And so I could go out and I could start. And today there are a lot of opportunities for young people in a similar way. You don't need to have an office to start a business. You can work from home. You can have a website. You can use your handphone. So there are many things that you need to do. In fact, it's not necessary that you have to have capital to go and start a business. The only thing you need to do is probably register your company, which you can register a sole proprietorship maybe for about 60 ringgit. And then the rest of the time, you could sell something or sell a service or skill that you have.
Raymond also shares the common mistakes people make when running their own business.
The first mistake that people think is you need big capital to start a business. Actually, you don't. If you have a skill, you use that skill, and from that skill, you can actually look at making money. In fact, this is what we've taught most of the people, that 20,000 people that we taught about. Many of them start with a skill or something that they have in their village or something that they have accessible to them. They don't require large capital to open a very big office or open a big restaurant.
Another mistake is not making your business stand out from its competitors. For example, if you want to sell nasi lemak, what makes it different from other nasi lemak sellers? Maybe sell nasi lemak with cheese. Try to create value in what you're doing. Be passionate in what you're doing, whether it's a service you're providing or something you're selling. You should at least have some basic knowledge in it. For example, if you are going to sell nasi lemak cheese, try it out first before selling it. For Afi, going into the printing business wasn't so hard. He was already learning something similar in his architecture course, as his student projects involved printing wood and craft.
Waktu tu dalam course architecture, so saya buat dalam bidang sama dan menggunakan software yang sama dengan yang saya belajar. So saya membahagikan masa waktu cuti dan waktu luar kelas yang buat bisnes ni.
Afi said he went through several seminars and business classes to gain more knowledge. He also spent 15% of his profit in marketing every month. According to him, marketing is really important for his business because he relies solely on social media like Instagram and also drop shipping to market his product. We also asked Raymond about the dropshipping trend. To explain it simply, you sell online but don't keep any stock. If anyone orders a product from you, it is shipped directly from the manufacturer. It's a great way to sell online with very little capital. However, there are many people already doing it.
I think it's sort of a trend because when one person comes up with something, like I told you, that's a mistake, right? Everybody else follows. So you don't develop something unique. You can do dropshipping, but what are you doing in dropshipping that is more unique than other young people? What sort of products are you selling? If you're doing drop shipping for clothing, for example, and there are 20 other people, 100 other people doing drop shipping on clothing as well, how are you going to make money? Because the customer will just go to one website, see the similar product for same price, go to another website and see something similar. So if you really want to do something, you got to pair your drop shipping with something else that's unique. Maybe like an advisory service to let people know, how to be more fashionable. So there's some value in the website, and then so people, based on the advice, they want to buy certain things. You have to pair your ideas with some value that you can give your customers. You cannot just follow a trend or follow what everybody else is doing.
For Afi, running his company wasn't always smooth sailing. As he only started with a small capital, he had to tighten his belt and used his profit to grow the business further. After his business started generating good returns, he also faced problems with employees and not being able to keep up with demand. All this he took as a challenge and motivation to succeed.
Bisnes ni kita perlu motivasi dan banyak belajar. Sebab tu kita belajar dulu dekat universiti, kita mungkin tak belajar dalam bisnes. So kita banyak belajar dari mungkin dekat seminar ataupun kelas-kelas, ataupun paling kuranglah kita follow orang-orang yang ajar bisnes. So membuatkan kita faham tentang bisnes.
Afi has this one final advice for those wanting to start a business with small capital. Set aside some of the money to attend business courses that will help you grow your business. He says it's very similar to how students who are in university learning a new skill for their career. A business seminar can also help your small business to grow.